Hello everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise and I'm using Joanna Nelson's Whispering Spirits Tarot. If you like it, it's available on Etsy. It comes in a nice little box and has a little book. Nice big box, I should say, because they're big cards. They're pretty oversized. About as tall as many of the Oracle cards and then almost as wide. Okay, so what is it? Take a deep breath and let go. Get out of my head. Put aside my ego, my unhealthy ego, if I have any, oh my goodness, what would it be? Pride or fear or forcing current to make sure I get the right answers, right? The life of a card reader. Just have to let it go, drop all of that. Oops, need my chopsticks over there. And this reading is for Saturday, June 5th. And I want to know, what is it that we need to know on our adventure of healing our souls and aligning with our pure spirits so that our spirits can lead the way. As my friend Debbie over at Freebird Spirit always says, lead with love. But you know, love can be a challenging concept, can't it? It certainly can, because sometimes self-love means to say no, which feels harsh to others. But I always feel like if we're saying no coming from a place of self-love, and if it's not meant in a harsh way towards the other, then we're fine. Okay, so Saturday, June 5th, 2021. So this one right here, 3 cards. So we have the Ace of Swords. Cool. And our theme is the Ten of Coins reversed. And then we have the Hierophant. Hierophant or Hierophant, however you guys like to pronounce it. I tend to think it's part of like the hierarchy type of a thing, so that's why I go with Hierophant. But you can pronounce it any way you like. So with the Ten of Coins being our theme, this card is all about our stability, and it's usually family stability that has been passed down for generations, but it might not be. It can be a card of inheritance. It can be a card of, a business empire, having a really good family life full of wealth, but it came through reversed. So let's look at the image here straight up, just so you can see the artwork. It's kind of cool. We have a bowl of rice there, I think. Awesome. Okay. So, in this rendition of the artwork, we don't have the 3 levels of family, but we do have the dogs. But then again, because these are whispering spirits, maybe this is the family here. Because in the traditional Rider-Waite, we have, of course, the looks like parents, grandparents, and grandchildren, or at least one of the grandparents is on the card. But when it comes through reversed, that changes the meaning quite a bit. Or it can just be that the unconscious aspects of the Ten of Coins is coming through. You can read reversals in a few different ways. With in this lineup here, I think that this is all about, honestly, making our own ways and not relying on family, not waiting for, any type of rescuing that maybe has been a way of life in the past, and finding our own inner truth with the Ace of Swords. And I say that especially because with the Hierophant, This card to me is all about the laws of nature, universal law, spiritual law, and to the degree that man-made law functions correctly, it's aligned with spiritual law. But we know that, on planet Earth, that's not always the case. A lot of man-made laws are ridiculous. Like back when Hitler was in power, Hitler made it legal to be racist. And the founders of the government of the United States of America, we were founded on slavery. I mean, that ain't right. So when we look at this as being like a governmental type of card, we have to think for ourselves. We cannot rest on our laurels, I guess maybe would be a little bit of a cliche when it comes to being in our own inner authority. Because the Hierophant, to me, in the deepest levels of, the gateways of the major arcana, starting from, we're the Fool going through each one of the gateways. So you have the Fool card that travels through the Magician, the High Priestess, Empress, Emperor. High Priestess is our inner self, of course, our intuition. The Empress would be our creativity, but also that stems from how well we were mothered and fathered by the Empress and the Emperor. Empress, mother, emperor, father. And then we arrive at the Hierophant, which often has to do with the belief system we were raised in. And are we going to conform to that as adults? Are we going to conform to that? And are we going to commit our lives to something like that? Well, not me, no, not unless it's based in truth. So no, racism is not based in truth. Anything that doesn't come from fairness and equality for everyone, to me, isn't based in universal laws. Anything that excludes another person or group is not based in spiritual law. So I would not engage in that. I would not, with the Ten of Coins reversed, I would not commit to that. And I have, walked away from things like that and made my own way. And then, everything can shift. So when you make the commitment to make your own way, to separate from a hierarchy that, once you decide you want to be in truth with the Ace of Swords, you have the clarity and you really want to be in truth. I mean, the image tells everything right here. And with the Ten of Coins possibly being where we've been having financial problems, feeling unstable, maybe even there's been a court situation where you were pushed out of your inheritance, if that was one of the issues that you had to go through. I'm here to say, don't worry. You can be, you can turn it all around yourself. You definitely can turn it all around yourself. And then later on, things will come back to you in a whole new way, because that is spiritual law. Spiritual law says that when you're inside your own authority, as in the Hierophant, then you don't have to, when you're in your own authority, you're going to be in your creativity to the depth that you can create your own reality. And once that happens, you can turn this Ten of Coins around into stability. So your own inner wealth is what is the truth. The truth is that we each have our own authority and our own ability to create wealth, create stability in our lives, and that's, I think, the most important thing when it comes to manifesting. if we're going to try and depend on other systems to take care of us all the time, now that doesn't mean that, it's great to have a Social Security and things like that, but, we worked and we paid our way into that system. And if you have your pension, and if you have your 401k or your IRA, and you have all these great avenues of income, then that's something that you've created. So that would be bringing in that stability. So when we're resourced inside of who we truly are, that's always going to be the right way to go. And then, you can, like with the Hierophant here, we've got all the candles on the antlers here. The light, will light your way. Your inner light will light the way for you. And this card is ruled by Taurus, so of course it has to do with being deeply grounded in your inner being, and it has to do with, also has to do with being very, very connected to nature. So, so I think that's all I'm getting with these three cards here. Let me grab, let's use, because this deck is so connected to nature, let's use the Animal Spirit Oracle. Hold on, if I can grab the box, there we go. Thank goodness I have these long monkey arms. It's by Colette Baron Reed, the Spirit Animal Oracle. Okay. So let's quickly see what else, or can we find a deeper message here? Or cards to help us light the way. Spider. Ooh, make your dreams real. Oh, I love this card. Starfish Spirit. Yes, that's the key. Open to infinite possibility. Or I guess possibilities might be a better way to say it. Because that is the truth. And slow and steady wins the race. Yeah. Turtle Spirit, Starfish Spirit, and Spider Spirit. So that's the deal. That's how we create this Ten of Coins stability in our lives, is to tap in, be our own creative inner authority, and tap into how we can, if we just open up to infinite possibilities, we can, as the shamans say, dream our way into reality. Turn a dream into an actual reality. But here on Earth, it takes time, usually, unless you've been working at it for a long time and didn't really know how much you were working at it, and then suddenly, bam, you have it. And we can work on things for lifetimes. So if you've been fortunate enough to incarnate into a family where you had, all this type of support, although the card did come through reverse, so I would say this would be looking at not having that support and making it on your own. But if you did, just know that you probably have earned it. I would say always, actually, it's not probably, you've earned it from past lifetimes because you believed in abundance and you believed in families helping each other out. So, slow and steady wins the race. On Earth, it takes time to ground things in. Like I said, unless it's something you've been working on for lifetimes, and of course, you won't have any proof or know about that except for on the inner levels, but I tend to trust those just as much as the outer. They go together. Yeah, life is always an inner adventure to bring things out. Or life is always an inside job when it comes to manifesting. We bring the inner wealth outside of ourselves. So just like Spider Spirit says, we bring the dreams that we've been weaving, maybe even in dream time, we bring them out. into the physical realm. This turtle spirit is very much connected to Taurian, the Taurus energy of the Hierophant. So these two cards go together really well. And the Ace of Swords, that goes well with opening up to infinite possibility too. And the, dreaming, the thinking your way through, visualizing. So yeah, okay. Well, I think that's all I have for today. Thanks you guys for listening, and I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. And take good care. Bye.